About over halfway to Colson Junction. It's raining in the desert. It's pretty cool. In June 2017, 3 BMW GS riders set off on an epic adventure across Australia's Simpson Desert. Stretching over 500 kilometres and including over 1,100 of the world's longest parallel sand dunes, the Simpson is on the bucket list of just about every adventure rider. We planned a west-to-east crossing along with bikes and the support vehicles, 3 full days to get across the Simpson via the challenging French and QAA lines. After 3 days of seemingly endless dunes that increase in size and difficulty as you make your way east, we finally reached Big Red, the largest and most imposing dune in the desert, and the only remaining obstacle between us and the outback sanctuary that is the Birdsville Hotel. The riders and support vehicles met up in Clare on a chilly Friday morning. The first day's destination was Maree, a tiny outback town over 500 k's away and which intersects both the Birdsville and Oodnadatta tracks.
Howdy.
Day 1 was easy going, with the 500 kilometre bitumen section before we finally hit the dirt, about 80 kilometres from Maree. It's always a great feeling when the blacktop finally disappears beneath you, signalling the real start of the adventure. Day 2 was an easy 400k run up the Oodnadatta track, which fortunately for us was both open and recently graded. Saving our energies for the looming desert section, again we took it easy, stopping off at Lake Air Lookout, Mound Springs and the iconic William Creek pub. After a sensational night camping out under the stars at the Ougebuckina Bridge, we set off on day 3, destined for the Dalhousie Hot Springs, where the French line begins. Due to road conditions, we wouldn't quite reach Dalhousie that night, but a changing itinerary is all part of the fun. A wrong turn early in the day saw one of the riders endure a 120k scenic detour halfway to Marla. Thankfully he was wearing a spot tracker, so we could quickly locate our lost mate and relax, knowing he was still safely making his way. A clay pound south of Mount Dare, the first of many we would cross on the trip, gave local farmer Harry a chance to test out his new adventure machine, which had been patiently sitting in the garage for months during the busy seeding period. Finally, day 4 of our trip and the first day of the Simpson crossing had arrived. The pace was slow going for the support vehicles, which were already averaging less than 20 km per hour in the soft desert sand. This gave the riders an opportunity to etch ahead while stopping frequently to soak up the beauty of the desert. It couldn't get any better. Rain on sand makes it wet, makes it really easy to ride in. So this is kind of like as good as it gets. Okay, just leaving our campsite from last night. We're about 50 k's from where we wanted to be yesterday. Whilst the bikes were easily able to knock over the scheduled daily distances, the support vehicles had a long second day ahead, with a planned bike and vehicle rendezvous point set some 150 kilometres away at Pebble Corner, being the intersection of the NT, Queensland and SA borders. In the desert, all vehicles use UHF Channel 10, so an occasional rest stop at the crest of a dune was a good opportunity to also have a listen out for oncoming four-wheel drive traffic. arrival at Pebble Corner marked the end of the French line. All the riders had noticed improvements to their sand riding skills today, owing mostly to the dunes adjacent to clay pans, which required a more aggressive riding style to pass. Okay, last day, day 3, the desert, so to Birdsville today. Got the old GPS loaded. Birdsville just in sight. Keen to see both the showers and the bar of the Birdsville Hotel. On the final day, camp was broken early and riders set off just on daybreak. With the French line now complete and our sand riding skills now well honed, today was expected to be a fast and enjoyable run over the QAA line. A party of 12 four-wheel drives heading west over the QAA line slowed things up in the morning, particularly given some of those drivers had obviously missed the memo about keeping tyre pressures low and not spinning wheels to climb dunes. The damage caused to the track was obvious. Hey mate, are you the last one?
No. Got about 5 more cars behind.
5 behind you, okay. No worries. With the flotilla of track destroyers now well behind us, we enjoyed our last morning riding the desert sand, noticing the colour of the sands change and the vegetation intensify as Birdsville approached. By late morning we finally reached Big Red, a 40-metre high sand dune that marks the eastern edge of the Simpson Desert, and once conquered, the end of our desert challenge. The run into Birdsville from Big Red is about 30 kilometres along well-graded roads and some bitumen. It's a good idea to re-inflate your tyres at Big Red unless you want to puncture literally within QAA of the Birdsville Hotel. Well, Birdsville pub with a flat tyre. It's Birdsville Tyre Service, Brett Allison.
He's even got the gloves on, so he's going to do a bit of dentistry afterwards.